Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. Yeah, City Talk.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of City Talk. My name is Gerard Carter, and this is my
co-host Walker.
And we have the pleasure of having a woman that's doing wonderful things in the community. But before we get to her, I want you to download the CoyoteMan Show app on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and your mobile apps. And I have the pleasure now to introduce Mrs.
Debbie Ramsey. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
And I understand you are the founder of an organization called UnifiedEfforts.org. Okay, could you tell us a little bit what your organization does?
Yes, I'm the executive director and founder of Unified Efforts. We are a nonprofit operating in West Baltimore for the last 7 consecutive years. We started, believe it or not, just a week prior before the 2015 uprising.
Oh, you started before the uprising.
We started looking at the Penn North. My professional background, I'm a former Baltimore police detective, so I've always been connected to the community.
Okay.
From the, not so much the grassroots level, but street, and I do mean street level. So when I left the police department, I started my own private detective agency. So I feel as if I have a balanced view and direct knowledge of the criminal justice system.
Right.
Because as a police officer, you're basically an officer of the state.
Right.
When I started my private detective agency, I will work with defense attorneys on the other side of the fence. So I've always managed to stay connected to the community after I have really realized the needs of the community. So just prior to starting Unified Efforts, the Baltimore City had me under contract to provide out-of-school time and bullying prevention programs to children in some of their recreational centers.
Okay.
So basically, I took my program on the road. It was like kitchen tested because there's a disconnect. I'm a baby boomer, and I'm working with young people who were born like the millennials, and like a whole different species. And I wanted to know if what I felt was workable, if it still worked. And bullying and violence prevention, same thing. Bad behavior, children not understanding how deep it is when you offend someone, So when I took my show on the road, so to speak, with the recreational centers, the children showed me that the programs were effective and they liked it. And
so this had nothing to do with POW, though, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. I'm not a proponent of POW.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because it gives the appearance of police recruiting young people and gaining information. And, children, sometimes they'll say things about what's going on in the household.
Right.
Or like, my Uncle George came home last week. We don't know where he been, but he had all this stuff.
Right.
So if you're in that environment where people are professionals and make that connection, next thing you know, Uncle George has the arrest warrant.
And for people don't know, PAL is the police athletic.
Yeah,
right?
and I'm not saying there's negative with it, but I distance myself from that because anytime something has the appearance of something that is not, that is in the dark or it could be misconstrued, I try to stay away from that.
Okay. Right.
So my program was something that I had developed and was able to work with the young people in the recreational centers in Baltimore City. So a week before the uprising, if anyone is from Baltimore, Baltimore is a city of neighborhoods, and every neighborhood has a president. Yeah, we have a mayor, but if you do not go to what I call the Almighty Oz,
right,
and talk to the president of those communities, you're not going to get any. You're not going to make any
Resolve
progress.
anything.
No. So what I did, and plus I'm from Baltimore, East Side,
Okay.
21213. Woo woo. Okay. 21213. So I had a real understanding of how the community worked, not going through City Hall or getting a politician involved with it. And I talked to this wonderful lady named Annie Hall. She's the president of the Pinno Community Association. I called her out of the blue. Do you think your community could benefit from this type of program? And she said, Miss, I don't know who you are, where you came from, but we need this desperately. So, oftentimes organizations and people with money will land on a community and say, this is what you need.
But they never step foot there.
And this is what you're going to get.
But they didn't ask the community.
No, but that's being disrespectful to the community.
I totally agree.
You may think that's what the community needs, but did they tell you that? So even though I felt that the community could use an out-of-school time program for children, it wasn't for me to say. I put in the form of a question. So basically, it hit the pavement running. When I received Annie Hall's blessings, the very next week, boom, the uprising. Right where we were.
Right there.
Yeah,
close
right.
to what you was about to touch.
Pennsylvania and North. That's where we were. So once the smoke cleared, we started the program, after school programs. We want to make sure they were quality and programs, and we'll make sure that they were supervised and give the kids a safe space. Now, we didn't have any brick and mortar. All I had was programs.
Okay.
And this is a misnomer. Oftentimes, people will look at a community that has been underinvested and feel they don't have anything to give.
That's definitely true. Mr. Ramsey, we had to go pay some bills real quick.
Okay.
We'll be right back with City Talk.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Oh, that is really high up. I don't think I can get up here.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing education and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the CoyoteMan Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is City Talk. I'm your host, Rod Carter,
You know this big boy.
and we have Miss Ramsey. Make sure you download that Coyote Man Show Network app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and like I said, your mobile apps. Miss Ramsey, let's get back into what you were discussing about the need for the center in the Penn North community.
Yeah, my point I'm gonna fast forward it. What I was trying to say about communities is that oftentimes people look at our communities and feel that they do not have anything to offer, and that because they've been underserved and underinvested, that there's nothing there. I did not want things to be perfect before I presented the programs, so I went to the community and said, well, what community spaces could we use so that we can have these programs like right now without the brick and mortar. So we went to several faith-based um, churches in the community. We started with Fulton Baptist Church Community Center for 2 years. Then we went to Coppin State. Coppin State has a wonderful swim program, and the CDC says that black children are 5 times more apt to drown than any other population.
Wow.
So, as a police officer, when I look at an act of violence, yeah, it could be somebody knocking you over the head or taking you down. But also, an act of violence could be if you're in open waters or in the swimming pool, and you don't know how to swim, and you're going down. That's an act of violence. So by us having these type of statistics, and not because we can't swim, we just never had access. I'm a baby boomer. I came through the civil rights movement. We could not swim in public spaces.
Hold on. What you mean? Like, you couldn't swim where?
We couldn't swim.
Like, in none of the parks or nothing like that?
No, exactly. And
What, here in Baltimore?
I grew up in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So during my formative years, I was there, and also I played golf. So I couldn't play golf on the public course. Nor could we go to the public library, but that didn't stop me. That's another story.
Right.
But anyway, don't get me going back to North Kakalaki, because I skate and I try to hit the delete button, but it's part of my upbringing. But so we went to the communities, and the children, we gave them swim lessons from certified swim instructors and their families too. And also we have something with the STEM program: science, technology, engineering, and math, and also art. So it's really like STEAM. And just give you an example, we would take our children to spaces that we felt that they have not been exposed to.
Okay.
So we took them to Martin State Airport for a couple of years, and all got in the flight simulator.
Right.
The boys, they were doing belly rolls in the airplane.
Yeah.
I tried getting on there, and my plane went into the water, and the girls outflew the boys. So when the boys when the boys found out you can get your pilot license before you get your driver's license, that was the game over.
And you really can do that.
Yes. So one of our 14-year-olds asked, could he co-pilot a small engine plane? We paid for that. He went up in the air. He came back down. He's never been the same again. I saw his dad not too long ago, and guess what he's taking up as his primary?
What's that?
Aviation aerospace.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Another summer session we had eating with whole foods. You know, like I said, I grew up in North Carolina, and so we had gardens, and we ate off the land, literally.
Wow.
And we ate whole foods. So we wanted to make sure our children did not have processed foods or a lot of sugar stuff. We never give them sodas or fruit juices or punch. They would drink water all day long. So by the end of the summer program, they would all be flushed out. So with the cooking with the whole food, one of our students, we graduating from Mervo this year. What is his primary? Culinary.
Wow.
Every year we take our high school students to Goucher College. If you look on Goucher College website right now and go to their summer programs, you will see how they recognize unified efforts, because when they started their creative writing workshop for young writers, no one signed up. Our kids signed up. We had like 10 students sign up, so we saved the day. And so if you look at their website, they would say their success was because of from our children.
Unified efforts came to Goucher College.
Yes.
Wow.
And so we put our young people in the college space so they can walk the campus.
So they get to feel what college feel like.
And some of our students never walked on the campus, and they didn't even know Goucher existed. So, and one of our students is thinking about going to Goucher, and Goucher they recruit from our children. They like for them to have that. So what I'm trying to say is that when we expose our young people, we are not trying to make chefs out of them or pilots out of them or golfers. We try to expose them, and they tell us what has lit them up inside.
Right.
And once they have shared that with us, that's when we hit the pavement running and support them with some of our high school students have gone on to college. One of our students went to Bard College in New York.
Wow.
She calls me. She said, Miss Debbie, I wish I had a bicycle so I can get across campus. She got a brand new bicycle.
Wow.
So we wait for our young people to tell us what it is how can I help you, as opposed to let me tell you how I'm going to help you. Let me tell you what you need. So it goes back to getting to a community and saying, this is what you need. So Annie Hall and I, we have this term that we use for people who try to come into the community not understanding the protocol, we call them carpetbaggers.
So explain to the people out there what carpetbaggers
Well,
mean.
a carpetbagger is back in the day after the Civil War. You had people from the North coming to the South,
Okay.
setting up shop, making money, and then going back up north.
Okay.
So they knew nothing about the culture. Only thing they knew, it was a wide open fertile ground for businesses,
Right.
not connecting with the community. So it's like a hit and run. I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna get your money, and I'm gonna run back up.
Well, I see a lot of that going on down in Baltimore.
Yeah. So just to give you some idea of what it is that we are doing in Penn North, and anyone who is familiar with Baltimore City understands that Penn North has been deliberately underserved, deliberately have had funds withheld from them.
Whoa.
Right after the uprising in 2016, there was a referendum. I'm a city resident, and we as citizens voted that we need quality after-school programs. And where was that money coming from? From our property taxes, so we were willing to give some of that up.
Right.
$12 million was allocated for after-school programs. That money was to be managed by Associated Black Charities during the time when we had Mayor Pugh, who was there, and that's when the whole Healthy Holly scandal broke out, because they were, they had some Healthy Holly books on their shelves. So what does that mean to us? Everything had to stop because there had to be an investigation. We never got not $1 of that.
Wow. Miss Ramsey,
yeah.
we got to go to break, but we're coming back.
Okay.
We'll be right back with City Talk.
Okay.
Thank you.
Am I boring you all?
No. Hey, look ahead.
You're giving us a lot of history.
I'm just sitting here and I'm taking it all in.
City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing education and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the CoyoteMan Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started.
And we're back. And if you haven't, make sure you download the Coyote Man Show Network on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and your mobile apps. And we're here again with Mrs. Debbie Ramsey.
Thank you, and I'm hoping that I am describing unified efforts and giving us the recognition it deserves, because we are inside of a community, and believe it or not, there are a lot of homeowners in that community.
Yeah.
A lot of people that have invested inside that community.
And also, so you got a nickname for them. They call it what they call it, the Northern Stars. What they call it?
North Star Baltimore.
North Star Baltimore.
North Star
What made you
Baltimore.
come up with that name?
Well, we all want Northern Penn, basically, and Harriet Tubman, when she was taking the
That's
Volvo.
my girl. Shout out
There
Harriet.
you go.
There she go.
She was following that North Star.
That's right.
She did not have GPS like we have today. Her GPS was that North Star.
To astrology and all that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So I would like to just say that if anyone interested in helping us, we are a nonprofit 501c3, and Unified Efforts. Go to our website, unifiedefforts.org. All the money goes directly back to the children, to the community. And we're in the process of building our own home because we've been like nomads. So we purchased 3 vacant lots. We just demolished the last vacant building on that lot, and we have the construction fence up. So we're like building this on the layaway plan. We raise money, do this, raise money, you know. So right now we're in the process, and if people out there, if you really, really want to help young people, put your money where your heart is and just donate to us. And we really appreciate it. And I came bringing gifts. I have some T-shirts for all of you guys, and also our magazine, the latest magazine. The latest magazine.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ms. Ramsey. I appreciate this.
Every article in this magazine was written by our high school students.
Are you serious?
Every single.
Wow.
I need an extra one for my daughter. So she can... Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Debbie Ramsey at unifiedefforts.org. It's wonderful, the stuff that you're doing in the community, and I really appreciate you coming, talking to us on City Talk.
I want to thank you. I appreciate y'all asking me.
No doubt. I mean, I just see, I see your works. I see like how you got the people in the community. You almost like the godmother a little bit. She come through. No, real talk. She come through. She got, you said, hey, it's been trash sitting over here forever. All somebody got to do is say, hey, it's trash sitting there. That car been sitting back there. Next thing you know, the car's gone.
Yeah.
The trash is gone. So I kind of feel like we need to, charity starts at home. Let's stop waiting on everybody else to do it because Superman ain't coming.
No.
He ain't coming.
No, because he's busy with Lois Lane. Lois Lane got him undercover. Lois Lane got look. Superman don't have, look, the telephone booth is gone. So he's running around trying to find a telephone boy. He can change his clothing too. In the meantime, we got to get together and get this going. So we have to save our children.
That's right, Ms. Ramsey. So I'm going to consider you the new Wonder Woman.
Well, in the community, they call me Ben Cartwright because we have put a park behind our building, and it's like this rails. It looks like it's a Ponderosa, like a ranch. So they call it the Ponderosa. And I guess I can't be Ben Cartwright. I guess I'm Bennett Cartwright.
All right, we're going to go with that.
Bernadette Cartwright.
We're going to go with that.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, I would like to see, like, even in our community, I mean, like, as far as, like, Unified Efforts, like, what would you like to see that go? Would you like to just see it stay in the Penn-Over area? Would you see it expanding further over Baltimore?
Well, you know, there's something called controlled growth. You know, first you have to do what you say you're going to do first. And then what comes after that, that's fine too. But in the meantime, we'll focus on Penn North. We need to get this building built as soon as possible. Okay. And what happens after that? If something else begets something else, it begets something else.
Because I saw the layout to it. It looks beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
It looks like it's going to change that. And there's a lot of, and in that area, there's a lot of people that come out of that area that does well and nice things.
Yeah.
Like, even like, I feel like even like the schools that's close there, even like, what's that, Frederick Douglass, for example. Thurgood Marshall came out of there. And if the kids knew that, I feel as though if they knew that he came out of there, then maybe they feel like, oh, I want to do better too.
We took some of the squeegee youth to Reginald Lewis Museum, and I said to them, I said, he's doing the same. He did the same thing you guys are doing. You are very creative and very courageous. And so we took them on tour to Reginald Lewis Museum, and they related to him. Because Reginald Lewis came from Baltimore East Side, 21213, and he was selling newspapers, and he became like the controller of Beatrice Food, which is $1 billion company.
Wow. Yeah. He's the first
first black billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire.
B, not M.
Came straight out of Baltimore.
Yeah, 21213.
Well, Miss Ramsey, here at City Talk, we really appreciate what you're doing in the community. And this show is called City Talk, but we don't just talk. So this is City Talk's donation to Unified Efforts. And what I want to do is implore the listening audience, the viewers out there, match our donation. It's not much, but match the donation. That's a few drinks at the bar or a good meal. So
stay out of El Dorado, stay out of Norma Jean's, go on and donate. You know, if everybody in the community put $1 in, we halfway there.
That's the City Talk Challenge. And ask yourself, are these children worth it?
Ain't that the truth? That's right. Put your money where your heart is. And I just want everybody to know, I looked in the envelope and there's some real money in here, and it's not the ink is not wet.
And Miss Debbie, this is Coyote from the CoyoteMan Show Network. We're going to sponsor another interview for you to come back on us.
Oh, it'll be my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Was you at the town hall meeting?
Yeah, no, it was not.
You wasn't?
No.
You was there in spirit, though, because I felt your spirit there.
Yeah, no, I try to spend my time where it's going to be
beneficial.
Thank you.
Okay, I got you.
I don't go to the wailing wall and complain. I don't complain, and I try not to explain. So I just try to move forward.
Like I said, we was talking about that before. Boots on the ground. What you say? What you say about the boots on the ground?
My boots on the ground. I can't even bring them in my house. They got so much mud and dirt on them. So boots beneath the ground.
What you say? You got to check them boots sometimes.
I got to check those boots sometimes. That's right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So people
it's not beneath me. It's not beneath me to pick up trash. It's not. And we have our young people picking up trash in the community. So what is that? 10 years from now, when they have their own home and own community, they're not gonna think it's beneath them to pick up trash.
Oh no.
So we have to start investing in children now and give them skills so that they can parlay that over as they get older. So now it becomes like second nature to them.
Right. And take pride in where you're from. Like I said before, hey, you go to Douglas, you go to, you know what I'm saying, Southwest, if you go to these schools, and be proud of that, because this is where you come from. Yeah, be the first one come up out of there to say, hey, I made it. I did something with this. You can do it too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you don't know what it looked like, then how can you explain it to anybody else?
It may pass you by.
Yeah, hey, everybody's great. Yeah.
Amen to that. Amen.
So I got one quick question though. Like, do you have like one of the success stories of one of the students that you had, and they went on and they came back and they really said thank you for everything?
Yeah, we had one student that had a run-in with the police, and they know my background as a former Baltimore City police detective, and we looked at the situation, and because of this magazine that I gave you all,
right.
I said, so we're going to go in that courtroom and we're going to show the judge who you are, what you're capable of doing. The judge looked at the magazine and said, you wrote this article in here, and he recited to him verbatim. He said, yes, Your Honor, I did. He said, I can see that you have potential. Case dismissed. So we say another young black man from getting a record that will continue to follow him, whether you get things expunged or whatever. So by me being a police officer, I understand the ramifications of when you inside the criminal justice system. Even though you paid your dues, you can be in the criminal justice system, paid your dues, serve your time, come back, and society act like it never happened. You like you never served. You served your time.
Yeah,
it should be. If you serve your time,
it should be wiped away.
It should be wiped away. Why does that stigma have to continue to follow you with housing and education? You can't get scholarships. You know, things like that that's going to uplift you.
Can't get certain jobs.
So you still paying for whatever the society said that you did. And unfortunately, we know a lot of our black men in the community have been taken out of the community because it's not that they did something. It was just that somebody else said they did something, right? The police may have just, that probable cause. Maybe it was like a rubber stamp probable cause. So we just can't look at our young men and say when they have been incarcerated, oh, you did the crime, you got to do the time. No. When you have done that, case closed.
I agree to that. I feel as though a lot of us, we all done things that's seen and unseen, and sometimes
Is this a confession?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hold up now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. People are listening. Hold up. People are listening.
No, but I just kind of see like the people that do happen to get jammed up or something. That don't mean necessarily they're bad people.
No, not at all.
Just 15 seconds of you doing something wrong don't mean that was the rest of your life.
How many of us have rounded off some corners and just did not get caught? Okay, so
I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Grant. Oh man, yeah. So it's definitely it's a pleasure having you here. I mean, I was looking forward to this.
Well, I was too. And getting in all seriousness, just when people say I need a second chance or a third chance, let's be real. Our people have not had the first chance yet. So we say second chance program. I said, wait a minute, what happened to the first chance? I'm still waiting for the first chance.
Me
so
too.
just give me a chance, give me an opportunity, and get out the way and let me show you what I can really do.
40 acres in a mill. But
yeah, we need our money. And this is City Talk. We're wrapping it up tonight. Unified efforts, I swear. This was a powerful interview, Miss Ramsey. You blew us away, and we definitely will be waiting for you to come back.
And please, people still, donate. And
if you haven't, I know it's the end, but download the Coyote Man Show Network on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and your mobile apps.
City Talk. Let's get it started.